Hello, and welcome to the 201st edition of Beer Issues. My name is Matt Brucker. I'm coming to you live from Casa de Brucker. We're going to be having another fantastic local beer. Today, from TollRoad Brewing, we're going to be having their Never Say Never, which is a strawberry milkshake IPA. And you're like, strawberry milkshake IPA? In other words, it's an IPA where they add strawberries, fresh strawberries in that, and lactose, and meaning the milkshake part, okay? And then they do add some vanilla also. So let's go ahead and crack into this. Now, this is a local beer here from Ocoee. We were just there yesterday sampling some of their products, and we kind of had this and kind of liked it. The cool thing about it is my wife, actually, she's not an IPA fan, and she fell in love with this IPA, so we ended up getting some. Now, if you look at the appearance, okay, you're getting a pink golden color. Obviously, the pink is probably from the fresh strawberry puree that they use in making this beer. Beautiful white head with great retention, as you can see. You see how that's maintaining the retention? That's a very good sign of a very good beer, okay? The beer clocks in at 6.9% alcohol by volume, which is pretty high for a fruited IPA. Now, the use in fruit in beer, I think, was first done by Dogfish Head. I think they were one of the first ones to do the fruited beers. They actually do an IPA. It's called a Flesh and Blood IPA, which I think, if I remember, is the blood orange, and then they use like the flesh of the lime. I forget what it is, but anyway, there's the Flesh and Blood is the one they do. But this one's rather unique. As you can see, we're already getting some nice lacing around the top, where it's starting to finally subside a little bit there, but you're getting nice lacing, which is another sign of a really good beer. So we have all the characteristics of a good beer, but the combination of strawberry and IPA and milkshake could go so wrong. Number one, anybody who uses artificial strawberry is not going to come up with a good product. Fresh strawberries, I believe, and I'm not going to kid you, I've had this before. I had it yesterday, and I enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and smell it. The key is the fresh strawberries. So, like, when you smell this, it kind of reminds me of when I walk into Parksdale Farms over towards Lakeland, and you go there and you're having yourself a strawberry milkshake. This kind of smells like a strawberry milkshake. You get that fresh strawberry smell, but you're also getting, like with the vanilla, it almost adds like a pound cake kind of flavor, and the lactose, adds to the sweetness. It's just it smells just like a strawberry shortcake. And I myself believe that it tastes very similar to a strawberry shortcake. My wife didn't think it tasted like a strawberry shortcake as much as I did, but I'm going to retaste it to make sure that my palate's not off. But to me, it almost tasted like I was drinking a strawberry shortcake, just in my humble opinion. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. If I didn't even have a sip of this, I could just sit and smell it all day. It smells so incredibly, wonderfully delicious. But then again, I love strawberry shortcake. Not fake strawberries, though. That's where I draw the line. I like fresh strawberries, real strawberries. Fake strawberry taste to me is awful. But fresh strawberries, which you can smell in this, oh, heavenly. All right, let's go ahead and break it in. absolutely like I remembered it yesterday. I feel like I'm drinking strawberry shortcake. I know that sounds weird. There might be, some like hoppiness at the very end, but it's so light and mild, and you're getting that full taste of the strawberry shortcakes that it's just unreal. You are truly experiencing a strawberry shortcake in a glass, and I know it's because of the fresh strawberries, the lactose or the milk, like the cream, and then the vanilla kind of adds to the flavor of like a shortcake or pound cake, whichever you use when you do your strawberry shortcake. With the combination of those three are bringing forward in this beer a very much a strawberry shortcake taste, and it's delicious. And you know how frequently we'll talk about ratings on Untapped, and if you ever get a beer that's like rated 4 or above, you know it's golden because there's so many people that won't like whatever kind of style of beer it is or whatever. But this beer, not a lot of ratings because it's not a giant brewery, but it rates a 4.2 out of 5, which makes it excellent Untapped rating. But all around, I think it's just a great beer. I don't really get the IPA part of it. I do get some residual hop taste, but it's at the very it's almost like an aftertaste where you taste the hops, not when you're drinking the beer. Oh yeah, yeah, that's just phenomenal. I love it. I'm not really into super sweet beers, but occasionally I'll find a beer like this that I just really do like. And it's always going to have to be something like this where they use fresh ingredients. I don't usually too much, I'm not a big fan of beers that add stuff, but when done right, like this beer was, it's great. It's great. And this is just it's not something I would sit around and drink, a bunch all at one time because it is a little bit sweet, I'll be honest. But the flavor is delicious, and if you like strawberry shortcake, you need to run out and get you over to TollRoad and get some of this beer because it is really, really delicious. And apparently, they use this as a base and they treat it with different things. I guess there was a couple of other flavored ones that they did. They did a berry one, which apparently sold out the very first day, where they used different fresh berries, and it sold out the same day. And then there was another one, I forget what it was, but it must have sold out pretty quick too. So this is the final of their Milkshake IPAs that they made, and boy, it is absolutely just wonderful. And I'll tell you something, if you've never been to TollRoad, which I had not been to TollRoad Brewing, it is a great, great brewery, okay? Number one, they have great beer. Number two, it's a great atmosphere. The people there are friendly, the servers are friendly. They have a food truck out front that had great food, and they rotate the food truck, so it's always different food. But the brewery itself, I don't know, when I walked into the brewery, I kind of felt like I was walking into like a friend's house or something like that. Everybody was so friendly between the customers, the bartenders, everybody around there just was nice as could be. And that's what I look for in a brewery. If you go to a brewery and it's stuffy or people aren't friendly, that's no place to be. This place, spot on, a great brewery, and it's not the biggest brewery in the world. As a matter of fact, it's pretty small, but they had a nice selection of beer, and they were going through a ton of beer while I was there. So it's not like they're not doing a lot in sales, because just sitting there at the bar, it was constant flow. Sometimes people 5, 6, 7 deep to get to the bar, and it was pretty impressive the amount of beer they went through just while I was sitting there. So they're doing something right. They're constantly rotating their beers. They got great service, and the beer's phenomenal. So make sure you check out TollRoad. I'm going to give it one of my highest ratings in breweries because they just really impressed me. It was my first time there, and it definitely will not be my last. It's quite a hike over there, but I'm willing to go a little distance sometimes to go to a brewery that I really like, and this would definitely be one of them. And it's not too far from the Crooked Can, which I love the Crooked Can also, as we've talked about. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you tell your friends about Beer Issues and how much fun we're having going to great breweries and checking out great local beers. And make sure they tell their friends so everybody can learn about Beer Issues and how much fun we're having. If you want any cool Beer Issues gear, go to shop.beerissues.com. And as my wife likes to say, I have beer issues.